Greetings to you.
Good morning.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some. If you ever fight here again, I'll drag you out by the ear myself. Got that?
Me? I made an effort. It was Capon.
Aye, birds of a feather. Even in the pillory, you were like a pair of turtle doves together. Down to business. I don't have all day for you, so what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you, because this reeks of hell.
I'd like to ask you about that hermit in Apollonia.
Go on then.
What do you know about this apparition?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He comes running into the village that night, all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Apollonia.
How do I get to the hermit?
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist, you go through Apollonia, along the path below the rocks, till you reach the point where it crosses the stream. And from there, you take the path uphill to the left, leading into the rocks.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
Well, Bashka the butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
I came to apologise for the fight that me and Lord Capon started. If we caused any damages, I'll take care of them.
It's all water under the bridge. You've served your penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't forget about the stocks anytime soon either, eh? So we're square. If you want to help me out, though, I do know something you could do. A bunch of cumans came to my tavern and, well, Coin is coin, but I'm not exactly thrilled about them being here. Could you go over there, serve them, and then get them to leave?
All right. But I'm not sure I'll understand them.
You'll manage. One of them speaks our language. But be quick about it. They're starting to make the locals nervous. Wojtek at the next table looks like he's about to pounce on them. And no more fighting. I want this to go smoothly. God be with you.
I heard a shepherd saw an apparition in the rocks.
It's not wise to go there. There's a diabolical horseman haunting the place.
What happened to the hermit?
Hard to say. Better not go near him. He's been acting strange lately.
I hear Ambrose the hermit has some old sword.
A few folks saw it at his place some years ago, but then it disappeared. Maybe he sold it or chucked it out.
What do you know about the apparition at the cross?
It's all God's holy truth. Gerda from the apothecaries saw the devil there. Take care.
God bless you.
I'd like to ask you about something.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Go away, please.
Wait, Gerda. I didn't come to mock you. I just need to know what you saw.
No, I don't believe you. Go away or I'll start screaming.
I want to know about the apparition you saw by the cross.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. Trust me. I'll figure out what's going on in these parts.
No, I don't believe you. Go away or I'll start screaming.
I want to know about the apparition you saw by the cross.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
How about a couple of groschen for a couple of questions?
What was it you wanted to know?
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rocks. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tachov. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized I didn't have my knife.
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground in front of me. He was all in black and he was grinding his teeth. I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound, and I just turned and scarpered.
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was, like the devil, and heading straight to Apollonia.
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of some innocent's death. They say some years ago, a young fellow killed himself on account of an unhappy love affair. He jumped from a cliff.
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle?
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it. I didn't go back. I can't.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's going to make fun of you anymore. I'll find out what it was all about and what you really saw there.
What do you think happened?
If the devil's at large here, someone summoned him and should be punished for it. But you needn't fear. Everything will get cleared up soon.
Thank you. By all the saints, thank you. But please, come and tell me how it turned out. I'll make it worth your while.
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret.
My wife won't be happy if I come home without it.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet. Lord Simeon ordered all sorts of delicacies and precious spices from me for the wedding feast. And for Taylor Bartuszak, I was carrying expensive fabrics to make dresses for the occasion. If you only knew how much coin I spent on this.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Katchak Pond, beyond Zhelyov. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can I do?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too. But what can I do? So, what will it be?
I heard something happened to Ambrose the Hermit.
Too right. He sends everyone packing right away. He's changed a lot.
I hear Ambrose the Hermit has some old sword.
Aye. He used to have it hanging on the wall in his hut. But then he took it down. He might have sold it.
What do you know about this diabolical apparition?
Christ have mercy. I want nothing to do with that. Wiedersehen. Was willst du?
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about that price.
Warum nicht? Nein, das bringt doch nichts. I'm done haggling with you. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald. Was kann ich dir heute Morgen anbieten?
What do you have for sale?
Thank you, and take care.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. A very important letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my master by tonight.
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, it was a secret, and for another, I can't read. But it was my master's beloved who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a lewd verse.
I don't really care what was in it. The point is, I don't have it.
Do you know where you might have lost it?
I haven't the faintest idea. It must have slipped out somewhere along the way.
Would you like me to help you look for it?
There's no point now. I've been on the road for 2 days as it is. We'll never make it by tonight.
You should have been more careful with it. Losing the one thing you're supposed to deliver.
I know. So I forgot to check my bag this morning, all right? But now it's gone and I'm fucked.
I have to be going. I hope you find the letter.
Me too. Because if I don't, I'm in for a lashing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wait! I have an idea. Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob. I'll say I was ambushed on the way and they took the letter.
Well, if you ask me, you should man up and tell your master the truth.
No way! Might as well crawl into the pillory myself in that case.
And if I give you a thrashing, that's a better solution.
At least I know you won't flay me to a bloody pulp. Will you?
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'd rather take a couple of punches from you than a lashing from my master. I could tell you to stop when I've had enough. But he wouldn't. So you get why it's better for me to be slapped around by you, right?
I'm sorry. I have no intention of pummeling you for no reason. There must be other ways of resolving this.
Suit yourself, if you don't want to help your fellow man. What am I to do now?
But you know what? About me throwing a couple of punches at your jaw.
Shall we do it?
Very well then. Defend yourself. Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I am.
All right.
That was rough.
Do you think that's enough?
I definitely. I'm sore all over. Oh, my mouth most of all.
Glad to be of help then. Take care.
Good day.
I hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Was it the bailiff who sent you? Or old Croper?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see Ambrose, the hermit. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition. So I need to know what you saw that night.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
Look, mate, I'll gladly give you a few groschen, but spit it out now. Here you are.
What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into Apollonia. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that a couple of times at the crossroads, and then darted off into the rocks. To the hermit's place, I'm sure.
He turned this way and that. That's strange. Would the devil not know the way?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door and sold his soul to the devil. And that was the horseman.
Hail Mary, full of grace. I know my silence was a sin. Jan did nothing wrong. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily
A bit longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy. Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in peace. I don't know much about prayer in these situations, but... Our Father, there are many sinners in this world, but in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do. So forgive me this little sacrilege. You know better than anyone that it was the right thing to do. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven, and deliver us from evil. Amen.
Good afternoon.
Ambrose's brother Jan got what he deserved, just as the hermit wanted.
I saw that. May his soul find peace at last.
And yours too, Margaret.
30 years. I thought about it every day.
It's all right now. You did the right thing. Everything else is beyond the law of man.
I'd like to reward you somehow.
I expect you wouldn't want anyone to hear about all this, right?
Well, if you... Will you keep it to yourself?
All right. I'll accept the coin, and that'll be the end of it.
Thank you again for your help. God be with you, Henry. Take care now.
What's up? Are you trying to scare me?
Hey, fella! Listen, we need help!
What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klesgin. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
Why should I get mixed up in it?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad's attention, that's all. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
That swine tried to deceive me. He mustn't get away.
God, thank you. Try to get close unseen, and set fire to the haystack on the right-hand side of the yard. Then his crossbow will be useless, but do it quickly, before he gets away.
Hey! Stop right there! Halt, or I'll shoot.
Wait! Hermit, what are you doing?
Don't move a muscle, I mean it!
I don't know what's going on here. I just want to talk with you in peace.
I understand, but there's no time for talk now.
They sent me after you, but I'm not your enemy.
I don't believe you. I don't believe anyone anymore. I don't want to kill you. Go away.
I can help you. Let's talk.
All right. But make it quick. And no sudden movements. Agnosco fortunam. Cartagena.
What do you want?
You wanted to run off and break our agreement.
And what is it you want to hear from me?
Why did you come to the hermit?
Ambrose was the only one who could stand up to our Grandmaster Zdeněk and put an end to his crimes. He was the seneschal of our order. Now it's all over, and I will remain an outcast till I die.
Where can I find that broken sword?
It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there are 2 entangled birch trees. There's a grave beneath them, and the sword is on the grave.
Why do they want to kill you?
Why? They want to silence me. I had proof of our Grandmaster's Denyek's treachery. But they are blind. They refuse to believe me.
What about the murders? Did you really kill 2 brothers of the Order?
I had to defend myself. I'd be dead if I hadn't killed them.
That's all I need to know.
There's no time to go into it. Sorry, young man. You got mixed up in a game of high stakes, and there's no way back.
That's the only thing you're right about, you lying bastard.
I guessed you'd show your true colors. As you wish, fool. Bella res est mori. In lecto suo.
Fuck, another one!
With you in a flash.
Slash him out!
We're gonna gut you whore son! Let him have it! This won't end well for you.
Through blood! Yeah!
I'm sorry.
What about our deal?
Ave Maria, gratia plena.
You owe me something, knight.
You're right. Conrad was one of the best swordsmen of the Order. We wouldn't have stood a chance without you. Here's your silver.
What was it actually about?
I shouldn't tell you, but since you helped us, Conrad was paid by the Inquisition to kill our Grandmaster, Zdeněk of Prague. He failed by the grace of God, but while fleeing from the commandery, the treacherous villain killed 2 of our brothers.
What did Conrad want here?
The local hermit, Ambrose, was his long-standing ally. He was seneschal of our order some years ago, but he transgressed and fled from Prague. But why Conrad was pretending to be his dead friend, I have no idea. Maybe he thought it would help him evade justice.
Conrad was working for the Inquisition?
Yes. When Archbishop Olbram suddenly died a year ago, the Inquisition began to plot against our order and the king, and to support the papal curia.
That is high politics indeed.
Sinners. They only care about money and power, the lot of them. We knights seek salvation in helping the poor and suffering. We are not murderers.
Our accounts are settled. Everything that happened here, I'll keep to myself. Farewell, Arnold.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto. Amen. You can't be here! Thanks, but your work here is finished. Off you go, quick! That's it. Go now.
could go for something to eat now. Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here. There's nothing more here. Sorry, Ambrose. Rest in peace. Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, but there's hardly a trace of rust.
What would you like?
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What? Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, Blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. This is useless. I should move it. I'm feeling a bit peckish. I can't keep hitting the same place. I should do it more evenly. Done. It's burning. I should move it. I should eat something. I've been banging this spot for a long time. Looks like it's almost done. I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good. Damn it. I have to be careful not to ruin it. I need something to eat.
What are you here for, friend?
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of steel. Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help, but now there's something I need from you.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a lot of people stuffing their faces. You can find that anywhere.
I have my reasons, and you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.
I could go for something to eat now.
Father Marie, I apologize.
Greetings.
Can we go to Samin now?
Not so fast, Henry.
The sword's ready, so what are we waiting for?
Are those your best clothes?
Aye.
Then get yourself something nicer.
Can you tell me where I can get nicer clothes?
The only decent tailor around is Bartoszek in Troszkowitz. He'll surely sell you some. Come back when you no longer look like you just come from shoveling manure. We're not going to some village fete, but a nobleman's wedding, for Christ's sake. Dress up nicely so you don't disgrace me. And please, no damned armor.
All right, all right.
Stop moaning and do it. We don't want to be late.
God be with you. Keep the peace.
What are you doing here?
I'm awfully hungry.
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.
Was möchtest du?
What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Gut, dann mal los.
Do we have a deal?
You won't convince me with this. Nein, das bringt doch nichts. I'm done haggling with you. Wie schade.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'd like a set of clothes for the wedding.
You've come to the right place. I'm sure you'll find something you like, and when you change into it, I'll tell you right away if it's appropriate for the wedding. I know what I'm talking about. I'm invited too. I sewed clothes for the groom.
Show me your wares. Word about the price.
All right, I'm listening.
How's this?
You really won't convince me like this. Very well, then.
I'm
Thank
feeling
you.
a bit
and take
peckish.
care. What do you want, you yokel? But make it quick.
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about the price.
Sure. Why not?
Satisfied?
That's almost an acceptable price. Almost.
All right. How about now?
That's almost an acceptable price. Almost.
I'll go for that.
I hope
so
you'll be
hungry
satisfied.
I could eat a
my friend.
horse.
How may I serve you, Lord Boozer?
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure. Why not?
Satisfied?
Look, offer a bit more and we can make a deal. You'll convince me with that price. I hope you'll be satisfied. Take care. How can I help you today, friend?
What do you think? Can I wear this to the wedding?
Magnificent. I couldn't have picked a better outfit myself. I think you're ready to dazzle them all.
I apologize. Did Bailiff Thrush tell you? Now
Look at yourself.
Where are those cumins?
What? You have the nerve to walk in here and ask like you're stupid. You left me in the shit. If you'd sorted it out, there wouldn't have been any trouble.
Trouble? What exactly happened here?
A brawl, and a big one. Wojtek and a few fellas had an argument with the Cumans, and there was fists flying in every direction. Them Cumans left in a hurry after that.
Who started it?
Does it matter? I didn't see much anyway. Better ask Wojtek.
Farewell for now.
May God protect you.
What are you here for, friend?
Can we go to Semin now?
Wasn't too hard, was it? You're looking quite spruce, in fact. I don't have to worry about you showing me up anymore.
Good to hear. Should we go?
Hold your horses for a while, Henry. I need to wash and change too, and then we can go.
Welcome, blacksmith. We were beginning to worry.
I bet you were. I'm bringing a wedding present.
Look who's finally here. Welcome, Radovan. And Henry.
Sir?
Well, do you have it?
Of course. Your son deserves the best. You can take it.
No, hold on to it. I'd be glad if you gave it to Older yourself.
I'd be honoured.
Has Lord von Bergov arrived yet?
Henry, that's none of your business.
It's all right, Radovan. I understand his curiosity. Lord von Bergov isn't here yet, but Chamberlain Ulrich assures me he'll arrive any moment now.
Sir, could I ask you to introduce me to Lord von Bergov?
God's nails. I'm sure his lordship will have nothing better to do than talking to my apprentice.
We'll see, Henry. Now, unfortunately, I have other things to attend to. What are those beggars still doing by the gate? I thought I made it clear I wanted them gone, didn't I?
I drove them off, but they came back. They just won't take no for an answer.
At least close the gate for now so the guests don't see them. They must be gone before Sir Otto arrives. Do you understand?
Oh dear, you seem rather worried. Would it have to do with your guest of honour?
I'm afraid of it ending up in disgrace. I wouldn't want Sir Otto to take offence and leave before he gives Older his blessing.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, Henry. It's nice of you to offer your help, but I can't ask that of you. What kind of host would that make me?
Don't worry about it, sir. Since Henry is volunteering, why not take up his offer? If he proves himself, you can introduce him to Lord van Bergov as a reward, if that's what he wants.
I promise I won't bring shame to you.
Oh, we'll see. I've got to make some arrangements with the cook, but come and see me later. In the meantime, you can introduce yourself to the bailiff's son, Svatopluk, over there. You're the same age, so I think you'll get along just fine.
That's right, Henry. Svatja. He's fun to be around. God's nails, I bet he'll show you the prettiest girls around.
There's plenty of other entertainment, too. Bailiff Thrush is holding a dice tournament, and Captain Gnarly a dueling contest. In short, a proper wedding. Eat and drink to your heart's content. Rejoice. It's a big day for Samin.
One more thing, sir.
What else? Did I forget something?
They're, weapons.
Yes, of course. Please leave your weapons with Tuma. You surely understand, it's for security.
All our weapons?
Well, the wedding present is an exception, of course. Keep it safe, Radovan.
Proper beating. You can count me in.
Hey, I know you. You fought with us at the tavern.
Aye, that was some brawl.
Right you are. You fought bravely. Both you and that friend of yours. You were outnumbered, but you still gave us a run for our money.
But you were better. If they hadn't broken it up, we probably wouldn't have stood a chance.
Aye, well, you wouldn't have avoided the stocks either way. People in the village don't like strangers, and my father's no different. Anyway, as far as you and I are concerned, let's let bygones be bygones. All good?
It's all good.
See? I'm no idiot. I just can't stand stuck-up fellas. And you're not one of them, are you?
I hope not.
I know you're not. You're a good lad, I can tell. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Svatja. The pretty girl getting married today is my sister.
So I've heard.
This is Vitek.
The son of the biggest drunkard around. Be glad you didn't have the honor. Fortunately, my father's not here to embarrass me again. Ma's afraid he got lost. Or she didn't even come to the wedding because of it. But I'm sure he's just sleeping off his hangover somewhere.
Quiet, you two. Sakura. Now I don't know what he said to her. Christ. Look at her face.
Whose?
Look over there. That pretty girl in the sad sack trying to impress her.
That's our friend, Wojtek.
What's it about?
When some poor lass catches his eye, he buzzes around her like a wasp.
And makes an incredible fool of himself.
And who's the girl?
Mishka. Her ma is old Samin's cook. That asshole Wojtek thinks he's going to win her over with some idiotic verse.
Well, actually, girls like poems. Well, unless you gabble like a barnyard gander while reciting them.
Gander, huh? Good one. Why don't you show Wojtek how it's done?
Well, I suppose I...
Jesus Christ! There's an idea! Let's bet on who has a better chance with Mishka. Vulgar Wojtek or handsome Henry.
I'd like to see that. You're on.
My money's on Henry. 10 groschen. So off you go, dust off your hose, tuck in your shirt, and go and win her heart.
I'll wager 10 groschen he fails.
I'm in.
Whoa! I didn't expect you to agree right away. You're an animal. You and I will get along just fine.
Well, you get along with everybody. Well, that is, if you don't punch them in the mouth at first sight. What's Wojtek even saying to her?
I was walking by a while ago, and he was telling her something about...
Thanks, I'm not hungry.
So, something sweet, anything you want. Oh, Mishka, dearest, you give me no rest.
Really? Isn't it the other way around?
You keep me awake at night.
You poor thing. Try a decoction of Melissa and Valerian.
How I long to hold you tight.
I can hardly breathe as it is.
Greetings.
How I long to kiss your lips. And, put my hands on your hips.
Enough. I can't listen to another word.
That makes two of us.
And you are who?
I'm Henry.
What do you want here?
To make the acquaintance of the young damsel. If she's willing, of course.
She's not willing, and she has no interest in your nonsense.
The damsel has a voice and a name.
And may I know it? Or is that impertinent?
Mishka.
Now look here.
Anything wrong?
I spoke to her first.
Are we on the marketplace here?
You think you can amuse Mishka more? That's a joke.
Look, Wojtek, why don't we just leave Mishka alone, eh? She's not interested in our buffoonery anyway.
What buffoonery? It was you who interrupted us.
He interrupted you. More like he rescued me.
But I thought you liked it.
Well, do you know what it means to think?
I don't understand this at all. But girls like poems. All of them. Ma said so.
Recite to your ma, then. And give her my greetings.
But...
Sorry I didn't realise right away.
Better late than never. Wojtek still hasn't figured it out, though.
But...
Hey, come along with me, Henry.
Fucking hell. See what you did? Mishka would be mine if it wasn't for your meddling.
Isn't it better here?
It's a nice place. Thanks for showing it to me. It's definitely quieter here.
I come here when I want to be alone. Or when I'm washing laundry. Enough of that. I'd rather hear about you. Like, where you're from. What you're doing here. You're not a local. I'd know you if you were.
Where am I from?
Unless it's a secret, of course.
I'm from Skalitz.
And what's this Skalitz of yours like?
Very nice. Pa had a decent forge there.
Had? Well, he doesn't anymore.
No. Skalitz was torched to the ground, and we had to flee.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to bring up sad memories. Wouldn't you like to dance? It'll take your mind off things.
Gladly. I have the honour.
And do you know how? Or will you stamp on my slippers?
You better believe I know how.
We'll see about that.
Care to dance?
Twit. So, and 1, 2, 3, and off we go.
None that I know of. And if Henry doesn't fuck up completely, today will be no different.
See? You're doing pretty good.
I'm a natural.
Don't get so cocky. But you haven't stepped on my feet so far, which I can't say for many.
I hope he's got something up his sleeve.
He can't possibly come off worse than Voitek, unless
He tries to hump her right away.
here in front of everyone. Dig some balls.
Thanks, Henry. I enjoyed the dance.
Would you look at that? The return of the prodigal son. How did it go?
Mishka's a nice girl. I'm glad I got to know her.
I don't doubt it. Where did you two go? Took you a while.
We danced and then parted ways. Nothing more.
We saw you dancing. But where were you hiding before?
We were just talking. We went somewhere quieter.
Talked, eh? That's the best story you can make up?
Give him a break. Not everyone's a blabbermouth like you.
Either way, it looks like I won the bet, Svatya.
That's true. Oh well, we have to drink. To the newlyweds' health.
That's what everybody here drinks to. Let's drink to us, fellas.
I should go and see Lord Semi. He looked worried, and I promised I'd help him. He'll introduce me to Lord von Burghoff in return.